Hello everybody, my name is KingStix and welcome to interesting changes for patch 8.12. It's going to be upon us here pretty soon. The biggest changes I'll tell you right now are on the supports, primarily shielding and healing supports. Their items are being nerfed. For example, Ardent Sensor's healing and shielding is going to be lowered from 10% to 8%. Athene's Unholy Grail is getting a slight buff, which it needs. Most supports don't build that at all, but the other support shield style items such as Forbidden Idol, Mikhail's Crucibles being lowered from 20% to 15%. Redemption's being lowered from 10% healing shielding down to 8%. Like I was saying about the nerfs on supports, we're seeing direct nerfs to shielding supports. For example, Janna's her shield is now decaying over 5 seconds. Previously it was just a flat amount for a full 5 seconds. Now after using it, it'll get weaker and weaker and weaker for each second it is on. I think this is needed, or at least something like this, because Janna is just way too strong, especially in the mid and late game. Karma is seeing a nerf as well on her shield. The duration is being lowered from 4 seconds to 2.5. So now whenever you're shielding people on these shielding supports, you're going to have to be more mindful of how you time it and not just brainlessly throwing it on a champion. We're seeing the same thing with Lulu. This one is very large, going from 6 seconds down to 2.5 seconds. Very, very big stuff. Orianna, we're seeing a 4 second down to 2.5. Overall, what these changes are going to mean is more wiggle room for other supports like Blitzcrank, Thresh, Alistar to get into the bot lane. Right now, we're seeing a whole lot of Soraka, Janna. It's really annoying, so I think they're trying to counteract that. Plus, this is also going to make it easier to bully weak AD carries in the early game. Whenever an AD carry gets a Soraka or Janna, it makes the laning phase very, very boring. Referring to the shield durations being lowered across the board on shielding champions, I don't think it will affect those champion mains very much. For example, a Janna main won't be affected that much because if she times her shield properly, she won't really see the decay effect. Same thing with the Lulu main. If she times her shield properly, the 2.5 seconds going from the 6 seconds won't be that big of a deal. Celerity is going to be getting a nerf in the upcoming patch. It's just a little bit too strong, so they're cutting the movement speed on it from 3% to 1.5%. However, the AD scaling and the AP scaling is being increased. It really needed this. I think this will make 𝐒𝐿 probably quite a bit stronger because they're doubling the scaling ratio on the AD and on AP, so any champion that has a lot of movement speed could take advantage of this a lot better now. The last thing I want to mention for interesting changes in the upcoming patch is the huge price increase of Rageblade. This is much needed. Currently, Rageblade AD carries such as Kai'Sa are way too powerful. Right now, in League of Legends patch 8.11, Rageblade costs 3,300 gold. It is going to be changed to 3,600 gold, most likely. They're tinkering with the price right now. Hopefully they keep that 3,600. I think that will be a lot more reasonable, and it will make it harder to just rush Rageblade standard item on most AD carries and get away with it as if it was nothing. Very OP item. It really does deserve this nerf. And finally, the last change that I'd qualify as an interesting change, but nevertheless an expected change that I predicted in the last patch, is a buff to Hell of Blades. It came out a little bit too weak previously, only giving 50% attack speed on the first 3 autos. That felt very, very weak, especially if you're running it on an early game champion who needed those first couple of auto attacks, maybe like a Tahm Kench to get off your passive or a Twitch jungle. It just didn't give you that ump. It looks like they're going to be starting it now at 75%, and it's also going to scale better in the late game. Definitely a much needed change. Let me know what you guys think about these changes down in the comments below. Do you think these changes are good, bad? Let me know. I'm curious to see what you have to say. And that's going to wrap up this interesting changes for the upcoming patch 8.12. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.